so today I was asked if I would come and do this, and I said, look, I've got so much I'm doing already for June's meeting. And then I thought, why not? Why not practice on the people at the Central Florida Conference meeting? So I had to pull some ideas, and she said, well, something about down memory lane is what we came up with. A snapshot, just a review of who we are and what we are all about and why we are what we are. It is much more than knowing that our first consecrated elected bishop was who. It's much more than that, appreciating our history from where we come from and why we left out of St. George and why we are today and our responsibilities. So therefore, we want to just have a quick little reminder. And that's all this is, because I have just a little time to talk. We have so much I want to fill in this hour. So it is now 11:15. So 12:15, I should be halfway to St. Petersburg. No, just kidding. So as we look at your first sheet, you will have a little dot at the top there. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to ask you, look at the dot. If you have the yellow with the A in the middle of it, you are with the group, with the General Conference. That group is going to be meeting. In a second, I'm going to ask them to sit on this front row. The second is the annual conference that has the good with the red dot. I'm going to ask you to sit here. Those people with that red dot, I'm going to ask you to sit here, the annual conference group. If you have WOW, which is a gold dot or orange you might want to call it, or a gold dot, that is the district conference group. I'll ask you to take a third seat on that side. Then the quality conference, you have the one that says dynamite with the yellow and the little dispersed out there in the middle of it. If you sit on the other side and then in the back, you would have great. That group would be last. I'll call you, and then when you come together, you have a purpose. When you come together, on the back of your sheet, you don't need to be writing much. You don't need to hunt for more paper. On the back of your sheet, I know that the youngest person in that group will lead that group, the youngest person. Oftentimes we give way to the oldest person. But we want to let our young people know that you, that are here in this group, let you take leadership, because the others will guide you as you lead them in your workshop here today. You have about 5 minutes in your group. In your group, I want you to tell me, what is the purpose of that general conference, that annual conference? What is the purpose of it? What are some of the duties? I don't want you to tell it all, because you only have 5 minutes. What are some of the duties? When do they meet? Who presides over that group? Those are a couple of things I want you to share in your meeting. We don't want to tell it all, because you're going to go back and continue when you have your workshops at your home. Are we together on that? So as we look at the beginning, we said that the African Methodist Church is a connectional institution. We are not an island, and I have observed that's what is going on in a lot of the churches now. We have a lot of problems, and we feel that we just need to pull out and do our own thing. We can't do that, because we say that we are a connectional church. Your membership involvement means more to your participation in the local church. Our local churches are related to other local churches through the district, through the quarterly conference, through the annual conference, and the general conference. This interrelatedness provides a basis for mutual support and ministry. Basically, the mission of the church can in many instances be directly related to the church budget. When money is received and committed to the cause of Christ, money becomes submission. So as we talk about the power, the authority, and the structure, then we will see exactly where our local church fit in. It is very important that we remember as AME that we are not by ourselves, that we are part of the bigger picture. Do we have any more programs? Anyone who did not get one, she has some she's passing back there if you did not get a copy. She has some in her hand. We do not have extras for Mom and them. No, we don't have extras. So we'll have just enough. I was asked to make 60 copies, but instead I made 70, just in case you... She has some over there.